Surprisingly, most of these lands have become dangerous due to human activity, and only some of the islands have become an exclusion zone for natural reasons. Here are 10 of the deadliest, most dangerous islands that you should never set foot on. Poveglia Island. It is a small island located between Venice and Lido in northern Italy. He has a pretty dark history. Scientists claim that there are several pits in which plague victims were buried. The island served as a place where patients were quarantined. According to rough estimates, more than 100,000 people are buried here. In 1922, the island became a shelter for mentally retarded people. A well-known doctor here allegedly performed a lobotomy on his patients. He later committed suicide by jumping off the tower. In his suicide note, he claimed that he was driven mad by ghosts. The island is completely abandoned, as many people are afraid to visit it because of paranormal phenomena and creepy sounds. The island has also been featured on paranormal shows such as Ghost Adventures and The Scariest Places on Earth. Bikini Atoll. This island is located in the Pacific Ocean and is part of the Marshall Islands. In 1946, its entire population was evacuated to a neighboring island because the United States had to conduct its nuclear tests there. Until 1958, 23 nuclear explosions were carried out, including one explosion of a hydrogen bomb. Despite the fact that half a century has passed, the fruits and vegetables growing here are still infected. Miyakejima and Izu Islands. Miyakejima is a small Japanese island where the last eruptions of the active volcano Oyama lasted 4 years, from 2000 to 2004. A lot of time has passed, but the volcano still emits toxic sulfur vapors, and when they reach a certain level, an alarm is triggered, warning residents to put on gas masks. Another island called Izu also faces similar problems, but here residents must wear gas masks 24/7, otherwise they will die from complications caused by severe air pollution. That's a really hard life. The island of Queimada Grande. Queimada Grande is a small island located off the coast of Brazil. It is also known as Snake Island. Venomous golden pit-headed vipers, which are endangered, live here. The snakes were trapped when, due to rising sea levels, water covered the land connecting the island to the mainland. Vipers have become almost the only inhabitants of the island. This has led to a rapid increase in their population. Now there are thousands of individuals. What a happy ending for this endangered species. By the way, the venom of this snake corrodes human tissue and meat, causes brain hemorrhage, kidney failure, and leads to instant death. The Brazilian Navy prevents people from entering the island. Only some specially sanctioned research groups are allowed to visit these lands. Once there was a lighthouse with people, but now it is fully automated. Ramri Island. A rather unpleasant story is connected with the island of Ramri in Burma. During World War II, the Japanese were defeated by the British and tried to escape through the swamps of this island. What they didn't know was that the main population of these lands were saltwater crocodiles. There were thousands of individuals here. Not a single soldier was able to escape. All 400 soldiers were eaten alive by predators. Although there is a hypothesis that some soldiers escaped from crocodiles, but later they died of dehydration or dysentery. In the Guinness Book of Records, the incident is listed in the list of the greatest disasters in which people and animals suffered. Inuitak Atoll. This island has also been the victim of American nuclear tests. During the Cold War, more than 30 megatons of TNT were blown up here. In 1977 to 1980, a concrete dome was built, called the Runed Dome, to house radioactive waste and contaminated soil. However, the condition of the dome is gradually deteriorating. It can be destroyed by a typhoon at any time. It is worth noting that the sedimentary deposits located in the lagoon are even more contaminated than the elements stored inside the dome. Reunion Island. This island was inhabited in the 17th century. It is amazingly beautiful and is a tourist attraction. The problem is that a huge number of sharks live in its waters. In 2011 to 2015, 17 shark attacks were recorded, 7 of which were fatal. In 2013, a ban on swimming, surfing and bodyboarding was introduced on most of the coast. The prefect of Reunion also announced that 45 bull sharks and 45 tiger sharks will be fished out of the water. Of course, this is good news, but you will still swim around the island at your own risk. Gruinard Island. This is a small oval-shaped Scottish island. In 1881, its population totaled only 6 people. The island was kept secret because of military biological experiments conducted by the British government. Scientists have experimented here with anthrax spores. As a result, all species of animals on the island were exterminated, and the soil was heavily infected. The government considered that it was expensive to decontaminate these lands, but in the end the island was still disinfected by the 20th century. As of 2007, no anthrax spores have been detected in native animals, but the human population remains at 0. North Sentinel Island. Sentinel is a secluded island in the Andaman Sea, located in the Bay of Bengal. The Aborigines live in the north of the island and reject any contact with the outside world. This is the last population of people left untouched by modern civilization. The locals want to be left alone in their own little world. Aborigines meet strangers with spears and arrows, and none of the guests remains alive. In 2006, 2 Indian fishermen were killed by locals when their boat accidentally drifted near the island. The tribe was also able to survive the strong earthquake of 2004. The Aborigines rejected the help. They threw stones at rescuers and threw spears at helicopters. The number of the tribe is estimated at about 50 to 400 people. The government of India has declared the island and its surrounding waters an exclusion zone and a restricted area. Vazrazdani Island. It is located in the water area of the now dried-up Aral Sea. Its territory is divided between Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. In 1948, a top-secret Soviet laboratory was built there, where experiments with biological weapons such as smallpox, anthrax, plague, brucellosis, and tularemia were carried out. In 1971, a smallpox spore was accidentally released from the laboratory, which infected 10 people. 3 of them died. When the laboratory was discovered by one of the Soviet defectors in the 1990s, the inhabitants of the island were evacuated, and the base was completely abandoned. Now it's a ghost town. Many of the containers left here have not been properly destroyed or sealed, so there have been several leaks over the past decade. By 2002, many facilities were still decontaminated, but the island still scares people away.